When asked what surprised him about humanity the most, the Dalai Lama is said to have replied, "Man." Because he sacrifices his health to make money, then he sacrifices his money to recuperate his health. And then he is so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present. The result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he is never going to die, and dies having never really lived.
Well, I think for some of us to wake up, we need a wake-up call.
When I was 26, I got a huge wake-up call. It was stage 3 colon cancer.
I was in a triathlon, and I was on the biking portion of the race. When I landed, I broke 6 vertebrae in my spine.
I was working in the corporate world at the time in a very high-stress, 6-figure job. I was on 8 prescription drugs.
Many struggles on the court, respiratory problems, inability to cope with the heat, endurance issues. But I was feeling that I'm losing that kind of fuel in my tank. So then I had to, sit down, rethink what is going on.
People have seen the movie The Matrix, and they say, oh, that's a science fiction movie. And I go, no, The Matrix is a documentary. We've all been programmed.
I can tell if somebody is trapped in conformity by looking at their first 60 minutes this morning. If you wake up and you do what 86% of smartphone owners do, they grab their phone, they look at it, and they go into the social media, they go into their email, they go into their text, their voice message, or games, and they're starting their day in reaction. We were taught in the 80s and the 90s, which was basically consumerism, which was attain power, money, wealth, status, and you'll feel good.
We take goals belong to society, we take goals belong to our parents, we take goals that we think and justify and rationalize that we need in order to be happy.
The problem is the culturescape keeps engulfing us and telling us that we need a college degree, we need to get a good career, we need to work from 9 to 5 so that someday we can finally retire and see the world. The culturescape was designed to keep us safe, but it was never designed to keep us happy.
Today's world is 24/7, 365 stress. Our biology was never designed to be in perpetual stress.
And if that isn't corrected over time, what can happen is it starts autoimmune disease.
It's a scientific fact that the long-term effects of the hormones of stress downregulate genes that create disease.
And that stress hormone is constantly in the modern man, and we are working ourselves even to burnout.
We all know the world is in tremendous crisis and peril today.
People are overwhelmed and they don't know how to process it. So they're saying, where else can I look?
So I learned to deal with that, to go past that. That made me able to swim under the ice or run marathons barefoot or climb Mount Everest, Kilimanjaro, all in shorts. We are able to go back to the depth of our physiology far more than scientifically stated, to prevent from disease, prevent from depression, to have a lot more control over your life. Happiness, strength, and health. Those are the most important assets of life.
Your life can shift dramatically in an empowered way if you learn how to control your emotions.
After that, I felt so strong as a tennis player on the court, and I recovered better. I had more endurance, I had more clarity of mind. All of a sudden, the horizons of life opened up to me. Regardless of profession, everybody wants to be healthy and thrive in well-being.
We are, all of us, without exception, sitting on top of mountains of untapped human potential.
All great things begin on the inside.
It begins with transcending your fear-based belief systems, because we begin to create momentum, and that momentum can really begin to change your life.
Now is the time to take our passions and our quirks and our visions and bring them out into the world, because there never will be another one of us.